Okay, I'm letting the air compressor build up here. I'll try to get you guys in place to where you can see. I gotta put some rib nuts in here because this top panel comes down. I'm gonna rib nut into that right there. And let the air compressor build up. And let's see what else. Yeah, all these tins on the inside, I'm really looking to not really have them Zeused in. We don't really need to be getting in there a whole lot, I don't think. So they're going to be rib nutted with some little 1/4-inch Phillips screw heads that'll have some blue Loctite on them. That's the goal anyway. My other truck, I found that the Zeus is on the interior tins because we're in and out of it so much. At least we were on the other truck, that the Zeus springs kept loosening up, and some of them would break off. And it just seems like the rib nuts for the interior stuff is way more reliable and less finicky. If you don't know what a rib nut is, I don't know if this is a rib nut tool here. This is a pneumatic one. And let's see if I can get you so you can see. This is a pneumatic one. And it has a forward and a reverse. And the rib nut is threaded on the inside. And this turns forward and reverse. So you drill your hole of what you want the nut in, and you drill the hole just big enough for this to slip through, and see if there's enough air to do it. So picture this through your aluminum piece or your metal piece like that, okay? And then it smashes down on itself. It mushrooms itself on the other side, and it pinches itself against the sheet metal, and then you hit reverse. It's probably really loud, sorry, but that's what it shrinks itself down to. And imagine it pinches itself in the sheet metal there, and then it leaves this so you can thread your screw into it and fasten your other panel to it. Probably a really terrible explanation, but yeah. That's all I got. That's what they do. So I'll put then here. I'll show you. It's gonna get loud again. Sorry. Got new microphones, and I'm trying to figure out the volume control on it. So as you see, I'll slip them into the hole. They're kind of big. Cinch it down. Just like that. Simple as that. So this one I gotta take off because I gotta take this off before I put the rib nut in that, because the rib nut's gotta go in this back piece here that's permanently mounted. I don't want to rib nut and squish this together, otherwise I won't be able to remove this panel. So, and I also got to put rib nuts here, here, and here. And to do that, I got to drill the holes. Kind of got a mess going on here. I might need to get a different size drill bit. I think this one's a little too big. It's not too bad. Seemed really loose. So, yeah, we pop this panel out, and I'll move it over to the workbench. It'll be easier over there. Need to know this one too. Try to get the floor pan tabs. That's what these are. These are going to go underneath the frame here to mount the floor pan. They'll be welded under there. And then for those, I'm not going to use rib nuts. I'm going to use these body panel spring nuts. That way, these things take a beating. You're removing these panels a lot, and again, just like I said with the Zeus's, you want something that's going to be either easily replaceable or has just more durability. And those body panel spring, I guess they're called spring nuts, I don't know. These things, they work pretty good because they can move. So when you're fishing around trying to find the bolt hole, these things kind of guide themselves and line themselves up. But if it gets stripped out or munged up or something, you just unclip it and snap a new one in, and you're good to go. So that's what I'm going to use to hold the floor pans on. Okay, let's pull this guy out. And we'll make our way over to the workbench. Drill these holes. Gotta get it clean. Ricardo will be here in a couple of days. He only comes in a couple days a week, but man, it is a huge help. Here, I'll show you the back side, what this looks like. Just like that. Hopefully that was the right hole. Shit, there's two holes there. Might have just screwed up. I think it's this. Yeah, it's this panel here. Okay, it was the right hole. Whew. One thing I did do off camera is I made this box. You guys probably saw me make this for the handbrake. It's the cover. And I welded up the corners, the seams, and then ground them smooth. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never done anything like that before, so it's kind of cool. Matt Lovell kind of gave me the confidence to do that. His work is freaking so clean, and he does stuff like that. I mean, it's probably standard of the industry, but you know, still kind of figuring this out. Okay, so this needs to be punched for the holes because the rib nut will be on the other side. And for that, I have a hole puncher. It's a lot faster than drilling. Pretty cool. Pretty cool tool to play with. Line up the hole underneath. I gotta move that, it's in the way. You can adjust this for your depth, see? I had it adjusted for something else. There we go. Let's see. I'm just gonna punch it so you can kind of see the hole on the bottom here through there, and then you just push the trigger like that. Bam. Oh, I was off on that one, but it doesn't really matter. The hole's bigger than the nut, so then the nut, this will be on the back side like that. It'll fit through. Okay, so these got to be riv nutted. Oh, tighten this back up. All this tin work, we already kind of have this stuff in the CAD from the chassis build because we kind of have the dimensions, but when you're actually building the truck, I mean, trying to look at that and then figure out how to make the tins for somebody that's never done it before, it might be a little overwhelming. So as I was building this stuff, again, I had simplicity in mind and trying to think about, okay, if I've never done this before, what's the simplest way we can produce these for that person, right? So I made patterns of everything, and I'll get them to Henry, and he can CAD them out. I can physically put them in computer on the CAD on the truck, finalize their fitment, and then that way we can at least take them to the table. And if somebody orders a complete tin kit from us for one of our chassis, all we got to do is put the metal on the table, cut it, package it up, and ship it to them, and everything arrives. Let's say they damage one and they need a replacement. You know, they just say, hey, I need the inside driver's side kick panel or something. You know, we just package it up, ship it to them. And I'm trying to do that with everything on this truck, everything. You know, the design of the exhaust, the header part numbers, the mid-motor plate, the shocks, bump stops, everything. So it's literally off the shelf, ready to go. Okay, so now what I need to do is figure out which of these holes to drill out, because they need rib nuts. I think I'm going to use a step bit. That other bit I think is a little too big. Let's see here. I was looking at old videos. I got kind of a, you know how your phone sends you stories, and it was from when we first started this craziness, and it showed the old truck and all the team here. I was freaking struggling to get going for the Mint 400. It's just pretty amazing of how far we've come. Pretty cool. That's a lot of work. Definitely a lot of ups and downs, but super fun. Okay. Now, that panel, I think it's this one. It goes like, does it go like that? Yeah, it goes like that. Okay, so it's that lower hole. Oh, wait, maybe not. No, it's that upper hole. This one right here. There we go. Okay, loud noises. These things come with a adjuster here. You can use that to adjust, but I just kind of go off the feel of the torque. I want it to know when they're smashed in there. Okay, there we go. So that one's done. It is ready. And then I'm gonna probably powder coat these. We'll try out the new powder coater, and all these panels that will fit in my oven will powder coat. The ones that don't fit, probably just paint, I guess. Yeah, I'll probably paint, epoxy, and aluminum etch them and paint them. Okay, so let's see. This has got to be punched, but I think this is too small. Yeah, that's got to be punched. Okay. Trying to keep all this straight so I don't mess it up. This one's got to be punched because it's going. Some of these, I got ahead of myself, and some of these I punched and drilled without having the rib nuts. And then I had to order the rib nuts, and that was a few days ago. And since the memory of a goldfish, I kind of have to remember what is what. This goes like this. So yeah, these need to be punched out, and that needs to be rib nutted. All of these. I don't think that one. Oh, that one already is rib nutted. Yeah, so these here need to be rib nutted. These don't. These do or don't? Can't remember if those go over. Oh, they go. See, got myself all figured up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. Those go like that. Okay, so yeah. So those need to be rib nutted. These need to be punched out. Okay, I got it. Okay, loud noises. Let me get this out of here. It's got too much crap in the way. All right. Oh, it's not even big enough. I'm gonna try to just do this. I gotta leave you guys here because I got this new microphone. It works awesome, but man, it sucks the battery on the phone or on the camera. So I got you on the charger, that's what I'm saying. Sitting on the bench over there. What I'm gonna do is I've got the tabs to the floor pans welded in. I'm gonna get under there and I'm gonna mark the circles where I need to drill the floor pan. Oh, I gotta mount that too. And then I'll drill those holes out and probably countersink some tapered Allens or bolts or something for the floor pan mounts. And see if I can do that. Find my gloves. It's been cold. 32. Got down into the 30s the last few days. What did I do with my gloves? And that is mega cold for a desert guy. I'm just wandering around aimlessly right now looking for my gloves. Oh, there they are. Need a Sharpie. All of these panels, you guys have seen me make patterns out of the foam board. And that is so we can, I'm gonna have to use a fine point pen. That is so we can like CAD them out and just cut them. Put them on the table and cut them. So as I spoke before, if you needed panels and you didn't want to make them yourself, just call us and tell us what panel you need and we'll cut it out and send it to you. There we go. I think that's it. It's pretty exciting to get this thing going. I've said it before multiple times, but having Ricardo in the shop has been a real blessing. That guy coming along and wanting to do this and be a part of it is more than I could ever ask for or imagine. And it's made super strides, really kept us on schedule. He's definitely going to turn out to be a real integral part of the team, for sure. Now, what in the world is going on here? Oh, there we go. Ah, dang, like a Tetris puzzle. Okay. Okay. I'm going to punch these and then drill them. Oh wait, is this the right side? Yes. And then probably countersink them. I don't really need to be countersunk. In fact, you know, maybe I won't countersink them. It might be better just to have a normal nut and a washer over the hole, because a countersink might get sand and grit and crap in there. Might create a bit of an issue, right? Yeah, maybe I'll just drill them. Let's give it a shot. I guess this is as good as any. Uh-oh. Did I just put that right? That is 100% right on little lip that I put. You know, you guys can't see it, but oh well. Let's see what happens. Okay. Should work. Go get the other one and I'll drill that. The goal would be to not only get the tins pretty much done outside of paint and powder coat, but to get them all installed as well. There's a few more rib nuts I gotta put in, but that way I can make sure everything fits. Tried to keep the tolerances a little loose on this stuff because I've had things fit so tight and close that even painting them, the paint thickness created issues. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. So, plus we want them to fit easy. Probably did the same thing on this one with that backing plate, huh? Oh no, it's way out of the way. That one. Cool. I think that's it. I didn't put one in the middle. Oh. I guess I don't need one. Oh boy. Rest for Brett. There's so much foot room. He needs something to rest his feet against. It really helps you keep yourself stabilized in the car by having something you can push your feet against, kind of push yourself back into the seat. So I need to fab something up for that. That'll be fun though. Okay, I got 22% battery left. Super productive couple of days. Tin work is done on the inside. Got all those deuces figured out and finished welded and holes drilled. And then Ricardo worked on the rear bumper. It's super awesome. Thanks to Scott for turning down some slugs inside, so that way when that thing gets bashed up, we can slide it off and replace it. And then as you see, we got the doors and the hood on, so we can start working on hood mounts, front bumper configuration and light mounts. And then, also, if you can see it, I'll try to get you in here. I made a footrest for Brett over here. Probably still needs adjustment. Maybe I'll drill some holes, some measured out holes. That way we can adjust it for him and anybody else that might be riding in there. You know, move it forward and back. But it's getting there. Tomorrow we're gonna work on the hood mount system, refine the door mounts screws. Some of those that are in the fiberglass are kind of munged up, so I might replace those. But we'll get the hood pins figured out underneath of where the hood pin mounts are going to be, and a bumper and all that jazz. So it's coming along really good. All right. Also, I want to say Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. And 2025 is signing out. It's almost done. A few more days and it's going to be 2026 already. 2025 flew by. And I just want to thank everybody that watches our videos and follows us on all of our social media. I want to thank you guys so very much. The channel has really grown, and it's grown at a healthy pace. And I know that because YouTube tells me all the time that we're on the right track, and we're expecting 2026 to be even better. Yeah, you know, we took 2025 off from mostly racing and pretty much all of our pit services that we provide to our other sister teams and just customers and other people that reached out and wanted us to pit for them. We really needed to make that business decision, as you guys know, to get this done and get our product out there on the race course and start proving our concept of making these things reliable, lessening the rehab interval in between races, which lessens cost, because that's really the huge cost factor is the maintenance and maintaining them and making sure they're race ready. So we needed 2025 to get this thing built, and the other one that Henry's building, to prove our concepts, and 2026 is going to be that year for us. So we've got lots of exciting things coming in 2026. Big plans, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to bring you guys along. So thanks again from Parabellum Racecraft and Torcon, Julie and I, Henry and Marcel. We thank you guys. Keep following us, spread the word, and yeah, we'll see you next year. Tilt.
tape on it. I'm gonna make that an inch and a half.
9.5. Should give me 20. I'll do 9 3/4. 9 5. Let's do 9 5/8. Yeah, I'll do 9 5/8.
How the heck? Oh man. What the heck? Not even close. How did I do that?
Ooh. So we're still centered. Still looking at my center line. There we go. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see.
That's the oil.
Grease I put in there to lube them in.
That's nice.
Superheated my ring.
Yeah, that's just the grease that I put in there. Ow, got it.
Baked my finger.